Welcome back to Kanji Master. The first kanji we're going to look at today is kanji for legs, or foot, I guess I should say. Sufficient. That's also the counter for shoes. The onyomi is soku, like fusoku, meaning insufficient. Kunyomi reading is ashi, meaning foot. Tareru means like to be sufficient or have enough. Taru is the same, and tasu is like add something. So to draw it's pretty simple. You just one, oh, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Essentially it's a mouth, and while the shape's a little bit different, it is the kanji for stop. So if you can think of trying to remember this as foot, you just go, how do I stop someone from talking? Put my foot in their mouth. To stop them talking, put my foot in their mouth. Stop in the mouth. That's where you put your foot. That's it. There's quite a few. Fusoku would be one of them. On to the next one. The next kanji we're going to look at is probably an N2 kanji, but it appears in a lot more simpler kanji as an element. So let's just learn it now. The meaning is kind of fortune telling, or like divining, but it also means like occupy sometimes, like senjo, I think. I'm not a scholar, I don't really use it very often. The onyomi is sen, which like I said I didn't really know very much. Kunyomi is shimeru, meaning to like to occupy, seize. And uranao is like, I'm not sure the pronunciation, but uranao is means like fortune tell, like guess the future. To draw it's very simple. It's just 2. And we've used this before in mise, and as you remember that time it was toe in the mouth. It was the way that the staff would greet you, or that to get into the shop you had to put your toe in your mouth and put a mullet wig on and run in there. I can remember exactly the same way. So, toe in the mouth, and maybe you're trying to tell the future. Toe in the mouth, toe in the mouth. It's kind of easy to imagine if you went to a fortune teller and they suddenly did this. So that's how you do it. On to the next one. The next kanji we're going to have a look at is kanji for spot, mark, speck, or decimal point. The onyomi is sen, like riki-sen, which is like an emphasis on like a point. Kunyomi is tsugeru, to like turn on, turn off. Tsuku is to like to be turned off, to be like it's just a passive form. Tateru is for like making tea or performing tea ceremony. Right, so just like the last one, we've got that same shape, fortune teller, on the top here. So we just go 1, 2. So we've got these legs at the bottom. To try and remember it, let's get a bit vivid. So we've got our fortune teller, who has her toe in her mouth. And as she's telling her fortune, she tells you a fortune, you're all happy, all good. And then she writes you a check. And the number is like $199.17 or something, right? To put the decimal point on there, she uses 4 animal legs, one of which is a little stamp on the bottom, like hanko. You guys maybe have heard hanko, it's like a Japanese stamp. They don't sign things, they put stamps and things in Japan. She uses this to book the decimal point in, $199.17. Bang, there it is, to finish her. That's her point, or decimal point she puts in with the fish fins, or animal legs, however you want to remember it. Just remember her plonking it down and making the decimal point. And as I said before, what is it? Riki-ten, emphasis. On the next one. The next kanji is the kanji for roof, shop, dealer or seller. The onyomi reading is oku, like okujo, meaning roof. And the kunyomi reading is ya, like izakaya or miseya. Izakaya meaning like Japanese style bar, or miseya meaning like shop. Sure, it's pretty simple. 1, 2, 3. Very similar to room, if you remember. Number 1 moo in the ground. This time there's a flag. So we try and remember this is sort of shop or seller. This flag fluttering in the air, underneath which you have your number 1 moo cow slopping around in the dirt. Maybe if you enter the bar, like the #1 bar in town, one shop. That's what you see when you open the door. It's very popular. Everyone loves to watch our fantastic Moo Cow doing his thing. Some words you can draw with it. Okujo. Or miss out. Cool. On to the next one. The next kanji is the kanji for degrees. It's also the kanji for occurrences, or like counter for occurrences. The onyomi reading is do, like sanju do, 30 degrees. And the kunyomi is tabi, like times, like tabi tabi, meaning over and over again or repeated. To draw it's pretty simple. We break it down, we have our trusty mullet, according to Wanikani, got a stool, and this is sort of a new shape for us. I kind of imagine it as like a stick through like the top of a bucket, and this bucket's kind of filled with water here. So if you can imagine, this is the kanji for temperature after all, like degrees. So on a very, very hot day, high temperature, you have your mullet on, your thinking mullet. You imagine this thing where you sit on a stool and this bucket of water sort of tips up and onto your head. And it's perfectly set to, let's say, what, 24 degrees? So it cools you down and it splashes all over your mullet. As I mentioned before. Tubby tubby. Over and over again. Maybe that's what this bucket's doing, over and over again, tipping onto your head. Many occurrences. On to the next one. And the last kanji we're going to look at today is the kanji for distance, or far. The onyo reading is en, like ensoku, which is like excursion, or enryo, which is like reserve yourself, like to hold back. On, I'm not sure, it's going to be quite rare reading. Kunyomi is toi, a tool from toi, which is like far. So we'll look at this. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm a bit of a loss here to try to remember this, because we've got the zombie, some soil, like they call it grave on Wanikani, on a water slide. That's a pretty far-fetched idea, I guess you could think. Far-fetched. Or you could break it down further. This shape here, it's a bit of a strange one. Can't really figure out what it is. It could be like kicking, I guess. 2 legs kicking. So maybe you could think it's really far. It feels really far when we've got someone trying to kick us in the mouth and we're covered in dirt. And our best mode of transportation is a water slide. So you're going down the water slide, but it feels really far because someone's kicking you maybe from behind in the mouth. You've got dirt all over you because they keep throwing dirt at you from the side of the water slide. That's pretty good. What is it? Ensoku. Ensoku is an outing or a trip. That's it for today. See you guys again tomorrow.